There is a number on your screen right now that someone is obsessing over. Not you, a creator. They woke up this morning, grabbed their phone before their feet hit the floor, and checked it. That number is their view count, their subscriber total, their revenue dashboard. And the wild part is, the psychological force that made them rich is the exact same one that keeps you watching. It has a name, and once you understand it, you will never see YouTube the same way again. Here is what most people think happens on YouTube. A person makes a video. People watch it. The creator gets paid. Simple. But that is not what is actually happening inside your brain or theirs. In 1971, a psychologist named Mihai Csikszentmihalyi published research on something he called flow. That near-hypnotic mental state where challenge and skill are perfectly balanced. Where time disappears. Where you stop noticing you are hungry or tired or that 4 hours just evaporated. Csikszentmihalyi found this state in painters, surgeons, chess players, athletes. He did not know he was describing the future of online content creation. Because what YouTube accidentally engineered, and what the most successful creators have mastered on purpose, is a machine for producing flow on both sides of the screen. Think about the last time you fell into a YouTube rabbit hole. You were not choosing video after video consciously. Something else was driving the clicks. That feeling of almost knowing what comes next. That slight tension right before the answer drops. That is not an accident. Your brain runs on something called dopamine. Most people think dopamine is the pleasure chemical. That is slightly wrong. Neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz spent decades studying dopamine neurons in primates, and what he found was startling. Dopamine does not fire when you get the reward. It fires when you anticipate it. The wanting, not the getting. That is the psychological trick. The creators who figured this out, whether they read the science or just stumbled into it through trial and error, built their entire content format around one thing: sustained anticipation. They open with a question your brain cannot let go of. They delay the answer just long enough to keep dopamine spiking without frustrating you into leaving. They give you a small reward, a funny moment, a surprising fact, a satisfying explanation, and then immediately open a new loop. Watch any top YouTube creator's video and count how many times you feel like you are about to get the full answer, and then something else slides into view first. That sliding feeling? That is intentional. That is engineering. Now here is where it gets stranger. The creators who do this best are not manipulating you from the outside. They are addicted to the same loop themselves. When a video goes viral, the creator does not feel satisfied. They feel hungry. The dopamine spike from 1 million views does not produce contentment. It raises the baseline. Now, 500,000 views feels like failure. Now a video with 10 million views is the only acceptable outcome. Researchers at University College London, studying reward prediction in humans, found that the brain does not calibrate to what it has received. It calibrates to what it expected to receive. And expectations escalate automatically. This is the mechanism that makes creators rich, and also, quietly, the mechanism that makes many of them miserable. The audience keeps watching because each video promises the next dopamine hit. The creator keeps uploading because the algorithm promises the next viral spike. Both sides are caught in the same loop, and the platform collects the revenue in the middle. But here is the counterintuitive part. Knowing this does not make the loop less effective. Your brain does not care that you can name the mechanism. Schultz himself, the scientist who mapped dopamine anticipation, still experiences the exact same reward signals. Knowledge does not short-circuit biology. So why do some creators escape it and build something sustainable, while others burn out in 18 months posting 3 videos a week? The ones who last figured out one thing. Flow is not just about the viewer. It has to be real for the creator too. Csikszentmihalyi's original research showed that flow only occurs when a task is slightly beyond your current ability. If it is too easy, you get bored. If it is too hard, you get anxious. The sweet spot between those two states is where creativity, focus, and genuine engagement live. The creators who became rich and stayed that way are the ones who kept finding new ways to make their own process slightly harder. New formats, new topics, New production challenges. They kept themselves inside the flow state, and that internal authenticity translated directly into the video. Because a person in flow is simply more compelling to watch than a person grinding through content they no longer care about. Your brain can feel the difference even if it cannot articulate it. And the creators who burned out? They optimized the loop so efficiently that it became automatic. They figured out the formula. They removed the friction. And when they removed the friction, they removed the flow. What was left was just production, not creation. Here is the part that should make you stop and think. Right now, you are probably subscribed to channels you never watch anymore. You can feel the difference between the early videos and the recent ones, even if you cannot explain it. What you are sensing is the presence or absence of genuine engagement from the person who made it. The psychological trick that makes creators rich is the same trick that keeps you watching. But underneath the dopamine loop, underneath the algorithm, underneath the revenue dashboard, the channels that actually last are built on something that cannot be faked. Someone on the other side of that screen has to actually care. And that is the part no one clicks on in the morning to check.